morning. My name is Adam Tager. I'm Director of Product Development at MRC. I'm here today at TrainWorld in Lynbrook, New York. And I'm here to represent MRC and talk about any questions one may have. Router? I'm a little quiet, I guess. So, we're here to present MRC systems, power packs, train controls, Mantua engines, model power engines, and our Prodigy advanced systems. Something we're very, very proud about. We've just come out with Prodigy Wi-Fi. It allows you to use smart app control with our Prodigy systems. So we're really looking forward for everybody that uses our systems and getting into DCC to use this new device. It's more ways to control your trains.
And who do we have here today?
My father, Matthew Tager.
How do you do? I'm with MRC as well. I have a little history in model railroading with model power, Atlas, Athearn. So we go back a few years, and MRC has really made great strides with TrainWorld in development of a lot of items, and we're very proud of it. I think the app is very, very important. It's more important that it's easy to do. You just plug it into the Prodigy system and you're done. You can control it from your cell phone, which is terrific because the app is free.
Hi, I'm Ken Bianco Sr. and owner of TrainWorld Trainland, and today we're here with MRC Model Power, and they're showing us some new products and some of their older products. And we just sell a ton of their product, and one reason is it's quality, and the other is it's affordable. You can get into an engine for like $40 of model power that we sell it for. And don't forget to sign up for our emails because we're always doing sales, and you can get extra discounts on top of our low prices. And we're also going to be doing a Mantua special shortly, maybe in another week or two, that everybody's going to jump on. And the MRC transformers are fantastic. Their Prodigy system, DCC, is one of the best-selling systems out there. And now Adam has brought this Wi-Fi, Prodigy Wi-Fi, which is revolutionary in changing the way things are done again. And it's we're just thankful you guys are here to spend some time with us and show us the product, how it works, and it's the hobby is just changing and evolving, and it's just it's an ongoing hobby. Some people say that it's maybe shrinking, but that is not true. Not true at all. Trains is definitely growing, and you just got to change with the times and keep up to date with all this technology. Because as we change, the trains are changing, and don't be afraid of it. It's very easy to grasp.
Now, so Adam, let's talk about this MRC Wi-Fi, and we already got a question here. Ken D from Boston, one of our fan favorites, and thank you for your support again, Ken, for checking us out live. But will the MRC Wi-Fi work with the basic Prodigy Express?
Prodigy Express it will work with, yes.
Okay.
Yes. It works with all the advanced systems, including the original. So we actually, when we developed this, we tried to make it work with all the legacies that we could. The cutoff is the advanced, so anything in the advanced squared series, of course. So in today's models, you got the Express, you got the advanced squared, which we're using here. You got the Prodigy Elite. It'll work with any one of those. So if you own a system or you're looking to get into DCC, we give you multiple ways now to control your engines. The old tried and true tethered system. We have a wireless handheld as well. And then now the black box, Prodigy Wi-Fi.
So what is that black box? And I guess let's go over a rundown. So basically, this Wi-Fi black box, you guys just came out, just announced. So this is brand new, hot off the press, and probably one of the most advanced, coolest features, probably biggest innovations for model railroading altogether. So why is it so different, unique, and why do you think this is great for the model train industry?
So there's multiple reasons why we did this. First off, to keep up with the times, the younger generations, they like their smart devices, and one of the things that smartphones. And one of the things that we felt was that a smart device offers you more features. But in general, we were looking for ways to control your trains and make it easier. One of the things that Prodigy and MRC prides itself on is being an easy system. We are the easiest system out there, and connecting and using this device is also easy. So if you were using an app today prior to this device, you would need to go and you'd download the app. You would need a Wi-Fi home network, a computer, JMRI software, which is a very good software, but it can be a little daunting and complex. And then from there, you need to then have a computer interface to your Prodigy system, which then goes to the train. There's about 5 things in the chain to make that train work, and that's a lot to go wrong. If anybody knows, a home network can be a little confusing and sometimes have trouble. So what we did was we said, we're going to make this simple. We developed a device that plugs right into the Prodigy jack, and from the Prodigy, the cab jack, from the Prodigy it talks direct from the box, direct to your phone. So we cut out a home network.
So let's try to go one by one and get a closer view. So we got one wire going into the black box, right?
Yeah.
And this goes directly, not sure if you could see it, but got the Prodigy Advance, and it's going to go straight in there.
Right. And then the other thing we also have plugged in is a standard throttle. So they'll work together.
So you could use both the black box and the regular throttle at the same time.
And so what we've done now is we've eliminated the home network, the computer, JMRI software, and the computer interface. And it literally, just like a throttle control, you plug it in, and if you have an iPhone, everybody knows, you go to settings, you go to Wi-Fi, it'll broadcast to the MRC Wi-Fi network. You'll end up choosing that like you would any other network. You download the app. Now the 2 apps out on the market are free. For Apple you have the Y Throttle. For Android you have Engine Driver. They're both free. Y Throttle has a $10 version where you get a few more advanced features, but it's not necessarily required. We recommend it highly because you're getting these advanced features, but $10 is worth it. So with this, you open up the app once you've downloaded it. The engine actually shuts off once you leave the app. But you're already logged in. So that's engine number 3. We are going to set it to 3, and we're going to make this GP20 operate right now. Ramp it up. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that sound.
So you're basically able to control this DCC train, which is Mantua, with your phone now.
With my phone.
Just by that simple black box, adding it to your Prodigy system.
And yes, and the best part of this is up to 8 smart devices can work off of this one black box. So if you have a home layout, you're at a club, you buy one of these, you plug it into your Prodigy system, 8 people can join on just by bringing in their smartphone or iPad or Android tablet.
Now, I guess the biggest question is going to be a lot of HO, model railroad enthusiasts, love different engines. Even though they may love the Mantua Model Power brand, sometimes they'll have multiple manufacturers, multiple brands. So what's the downside? Or is there even a downside?
We would tell you there isn't a downside. This is fully compatible with all DCC decoders, every brand of locomotives that use DCC NMRA spec decoders. So some of our competition, Broadway Limited engines, Atlas engines, Athearn engines, Bachmann engines that are DCC sound equipped, Proto engines. So you name it. If it's got DCC in there, we can run it just like you would any other engine on a Prodigy system. So there is no limitation. We do know there's competition out there, but they're limited in what they can do. The difference is, if you're going to ask, there's some questions that have been brought up. Bachmann has a wonderful app called Bachmann Easy App. It's a direct phone to app connection. It's not DCC compatible. You can only use those engines with those with that app. This gives you no limitation. So, I know there's some other engines here. A Kato DCC equipped engine. Works with Soundtrax decoders, TCS decoders, Digitrax decoders.
So this is HO end-to-end scale.
End scale, anybody using DCC.
Wow. So even 0 and 30.
0 and 30 is correct.
Wow. Unbelievable.
Wait a minute, Ken. I see something here. It says,
It's got my demo on it.
so advanced, it's easy. Prodigy Wi-Fi.
So
Stock number 1530, Wi-Fi module.
so basically, all
We
you
have them in stock. We have them in stock.
One of the things that we actually did, it literally is so easy that we were able to fit the instructions on a business card.
Wow.
That's funny.
We tell you the 2 apps to download. It's got a little cut off there, and that's it. One of the great things now, I'm an Apple user. With this system, we actually put there's in the settings mode of the app. You click here, and then you get this back end, and this is some of the cool stuff of the. I'm going to show you some of the cool features here.
Well, first, can we get out of this? Show us how it starts up with the app, like opening the app, and let's go through all these features. And what is this app that you have called?
So this is the Y-Throttle.
Y-Throttle.
It was developed by somebody outside. We partnered with them. We also partnered with the engine driver guy because we felt that these are good, well-known, well-used, already out on the market. People have them. They're familiar with it. So we worked with these guys rather than make another app that would only work with ours. So we wanted to not limit people. We really wanted it so that the model it already has, we're conscious of people's budget. So the system. So here we go. So I'm gonna exit out. The train actually shuts off.
Okay.
When you exit the app, I can immediately start operating from my throttle control.
And right now we have a Mantua GP20. Right?
GP20, brand new, with Loco Genie in it, which I'll talk about after.
Okay.
That's another technology to control your trains.
right.
MRC always coming up with ways to control your trains. We have so many different ways: DCC, analog, Loco Genie, which is radio control.
Here it's simple. That's it.
Very, very simple.
Simple.
Multiple ways to do things. And it's all interchangeable and compatible. They're seamless. We could switch off between Loco, remote, throttle control, Wi-Fi app. I got a remote. It goes. We can go all around.
All right, so we're going to start from the beginning.
Yeah. So just as I was shown before, I'm already connected to it. But what I'll do is I'll quickly turn this off. Oh wait, I'm running over here. Let me do that. Okay. Let's do that. So I'm going to turn back on Wi-Fi. There's the app. So it actually shows the MTH one. So, but MRC Wi-Fi, there it is.
Yep.
I joined it. Close that down. There's my app. Let's hit that. Okay, I'm in the app now.
And what's this app called?
This is the Y-Throttle app.
Y-Throttle.
Y-Throttle app. You can get it at the Apple App Store for Apple. Android device. If you have an Android device, it's Engine Driver.
Okay, so either way, whatever smartphone you have, you're okay. You either Apple or Android.
You're going to get 90% of the market.
Okay.
You're going to get 90% of the market. Cool. So that engine's set at 3. So I'm already going to choose it. But you can see you have recents. You can do universal consisting. But we're going to set it.
And forget it?
Set it and forget it. Set it and forget it. So you hear it ramping up on the other end. Now you can change the sensitivity of this. I just have it kind of in the middle, but if I raise that up to there, it'll be much more responsive, as you see.
Yep.
So we'll slow it down. Now, one of the really cool features, and it's telling you you're going forward. If I switch directions, I hit reverse, it'll back it up. It's got a little momentum built in, but
And now it's crawling.
now it's crawling. Now it's coming back. So there you go. We go forward again. Got a little momentum built in. But I want to show some of the really cool features we built into the hardware here. And I'm going to get to the nitty gritty here. The app's got a wide range of capabilities. But in the actual module, the Prodigy module, I was trying to show you before, you can do left-handed and right-handed, so we'll switch back over to that. Now the throttle's on this side. You can do yard. So rather than hitting forward and reverse, if you're doing yard work, instead of on the main line, it'll center it, so it's easier to go in reverse, it's easier to go forward, and just switches back and forth. Here's all your functions. They're all here. Okay. So right now I have it in idle, but we'll ramp it up. Okay. And then if you get the pay app for $10, this is just one of the advanced features you'll get. 2 throttles at once.
Oh, wow.
Okay? Now we don't have 2 engines on, so we're not doing that right now, but you can do that. Let me go back here. So, and if you don't like that, you can make it look like. So there's a few. Sorry. You can change kind of the appearance here.
Right.
It's a very basic way to do things. At the end of the day, I will say the app was designed for simplicity. It's more of a controller. The main handhelds will always have more capabilities, purposely. But let me come back to the settings. So only in the MRC app will you see this. You'll see our logo. You'll hit the settings. A little window. It's actually a browser will come open. So right now, on your Prodigy system, your cab number is always your throttle is always default number 1. The module is default number 2. Okay, you have to assign cab sometimes in DCC. Well, you do to talk to it. So module settings. I can change the cab number. So if I had another Prodigy Wi-Fi, you can have multiple ones. I would make it cab 3. This would be cab 2.
Gotcha.
A second one would be cab 3. So now I've just gone from 8 phones and a throttle control to 16 and a throttle control just by 2 of these. So think about the expandability and the amount of people you can have. For clubs, it's fantastic. Home use, it's fantastic. Accessory control, so you can actually give access to people and what they can do if you're the owner of this device. Fast clock shown or not, time till e-stop. That means basically this is a phone first before it's a throttle. So if you exit off and you leave the app, after 10 seconds it'll turn off everything, purposely. But you can hand it off to somebody using this or another phone.
Now, you keep saying iPhone. Can you use an iPad also?
Yeah, iPad.
Okay.
So iPad or tablet.
Right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
tablet device, smart device.
Okay.
So,
Good.
Now, Jim Moore has a question. What app and how much for the setup? So the app it can start out free, and then if you want more features, you could pay for it. So which were the 2 apps?
So Engine Driver for Android is 100% free. There is no pay. Apple is free. The Y throttle is free. For the $10 more, you're going to get with ours especially, you're going to get the dual throttle control, and then we have universal consisting and accessory capability for the $10 for the Y throttle.
And now, Jim, we're selling the Prodigy Wi-Fi unit. The model number is 0001530. I believe the price is $79.99. But you're going to need either a Prodigy Advanced 2 or some kind of MRC Prodigy
Express, Prodigy Elite
unit.
It will not work with our competitors.
So all you have to do is plug that right in. Not sure what DCC system you're using, but once you plug that in, you're ready to go.
But it has to be an MRC Prodigy system.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So that's the exclusivity part of it.
That's the exclusivity part of it.
Yep.
And I guess we did have 2 questions from 2 of our followers before. So Roger is asking, Ken, make sure you ask them to point out which Prodigy systems work with it. I have an older Prodigy set and is the light version. If it works with all systems ever made, that would be great. So I guess which systems one more time?
As I was saying a little bit earlier, the cutoff is the advanced, so the original advanced, and then the advanced squares. So if you have like a Command Master, it's not going to work.
Okay.
All right. So we're talking, but that's like a 20-year-old system.
Yeah.
So if your system's about 15 years old, you're probably good. It's when the advanced originally came out, and then we did another to the advanced squared, and you have the Express, you have the Elite. So those are out there. Actually, a shout out to Mr. Frank Verico, our old MRC product development guy, product manager. he has an old Prodigy system, an original Advanced, and he took it home. He was doing some testing on the system and plugged it right in. He says, "Oh my God, it works with my Advanced." And I'm like, so
that's good. That's good that somebody doesn't have to spend extra money on a system. Any the better systems for sure that you guys have made or been out for so long that it will work with it.
And one more question here from Ken. Please ask if it will work with Prodigy Express Basic System.
Yeah.
And I think we covered that.
Yeah.
So yes, it will work. It will work.
Correct.
That's great to hear.
So a few more things I was still going through. I want to go to the back end again because I want to show some of the cool, really advanced features and what really makes this great. So besides, yes, of course, your simple network settings, you can change a network name. So we can change that from MRC Wi-Fi to MRC Wi-Fi. Passcode and everything like that if you want to lock out people from getting access to it. If you're at a club and you don't want people signing into the, if you're at a trade show and you brought your club layout and you got a Prodigy system and you don't want people getting in, you could do that. Again, lets you know how many people are signed onto the system, number of users. But here's the real cool stuff, the roster. So you can add locomotives. You can do default functions where for every locomotive that comes in and signs in here, you can actually custom label them. So now you can custom label your functions rather than just doing F0, F1, F2, F3, light, bell, horn. Whatever the functions are, you can actually now label them. Set it up for momentary use or not. But that would mean every locomotive that goes on the layout that's working off of this will see those custom labels if you set the locomotive to it. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Let's bring him around a second.
And right after this, Patrick, I see that you just tuned in. Thank you for joining. We're going to talk about the Loco Genie in a short bit, so hang on.
Okay, so that's engine 220. Let me program this real quick to 220. Now, you're going to notice something here, and there's a reason why we did this, and I will come to that, and yes, we'll talk about the Loco Genie, but I will come to the fact that we still make it that you require this handheld to do programming, advanced consisting, routes, and CD programming. And there's a reason for that, because then this would become more complex. And we really only want one yard master. We really only want one yard master. You don't want multiple people starting to be able to program addresses and do CD programming. Let that be the guy that owns the system. This is for somebody that pick up the loco, do the operation, set his rosters, run off the functions, and that's it. Okay, so we're gonna do a quick program, and you can see how actually easy it is for MRC. So we're gonna program. We're on the mean. Yes, we are. Okay, enter. We are programming Loco 3. We're gonna give it a new address of 220. I'll make sure to put it back for you. That's it. We're done. See, it doesn't work because I have it at 3. Because that's why we got to go to 220. And we're off and running. Okay, so now that's 220.
Very cool.
And there was that's how easy Prodigy systems are. You saw how fast that was. All right, there's a reason why I did that. Let's do this roster. Add a locomotive. New loco name. That was BNSF?
No, Burlington Northern.
Burlington. We'll do BN. Okay. So we're going to name them BN. Address 220. You got to give view this. It's currently on the layout. Yes. Okay. Save. That's there. But let me go back to it for a second. Use default function labels. Maybe I don't want it. Maybe I don't want any function labels, but I can do custom function label for each loco. So that one, we're going to now start naming the functions. So we got bell and horn already plugged in. Let's just change this to big horn. Done. We'll save it. Okay. Back to Y throttle. Let's pull up. See, there it is on my roster. Pull them up. Set. 220 pops up. There it is, big horn. Oop. That's that one. Hold on 1 second. Ah, there we go. All right, hold on. We ramp it up. Let me just try something real quick.
Was the address 2020 maybe?
Ah, there you go. That'll do it.
Okay.
That's my own doing. Good thing you're here.
Yeah.
So this is what happens when you don't. So we'll go back to the roster.
This is gonna happen to anyone. So now we know. Enter the wrong address, so 2020.
All right. Thank you for pointing that out. So we'll go back. There it is down there, 220. Set.
There we go.
There we go.
There it goes.
Big horn.
Big horn. Big horn on the
So, if you set the right address correctly,
Yeah.
you can sit here and custom function label everything. So every locomotive in your roster can have its own custom function label. So sometimes some decoder manufacturers have different functions settings, so you can then do it. And this way you're not remembering what each function is, and you can put it in. The great thing about that is, if somebody else came in to your house, to your club, and you have your locals with the custom function labels or the default settings with custom function, they will see the same thing on their phone automatically because it's programmed here. So they were going to pick up and have all these nice little settings already done. They came in, take the phone out of their pocket, go ahead, pull up the local they're in, and they got everything set.
Now this will work on G scale as well?
Yes.
Wow.
Anything DCC. So, a few more. So I was able to do that. We're going to go back to rosters. You can add as many as you want. You can delete the whole thing. You can delete them individually. Go back. Accessories. Again, lights and turnouts. You can't do routes, okay? But you can do simple switches and accessory lighting and stuff like that as well. Just as you would treat it like a decoder, an accessory decoder. You'll be able to throw those as well. Another thing, keeping it very simple and keeping it very easy. All the help right there. How do I run this with trains, settings, and everything like that? It's all here. So we actually put some more instructions in here for you.
Very cool.
All right. If by chance you screw something up, you lost the Wi-Fi password, whatever it may be, we have a master reset all settings, and we have a safety feature built in so it doesn't happen by accident. You're going to need to hold the little reset button there. I don't know if you can see, it's a black button, and hit this at the same time so that somebody can't walk up and just push it. So just little nuances. So let's go back to 220 set. All right. Bring him around. Okay. There we go. That's really the whole bit of the app.